Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hearthstone Arena Northernlion's Den. We're going to do some more arena matches here. But I did bow out, if you didn't notice in the last episode. I went 6-3 with my last deck. It was a Druid deck. I'm pleased with that. I think I am making progress, hopefully making less stupid mistakes. Although I maybe not making less mistakes, but at least being conscious of some of the mistakes as they happen. But in any case, let's get this started, because sometimes the deck building process can take a while. I can buy my way back into the arena with in-game gold, because I am a lucky man. And we have some choices, so we can play as a rogue, as a priest, or as a warlock. Now, I have not done a warlock arena. There's a good reason for that. I have spent very little time as the class, and I'm terrible. I know that rogue is considered overpowered, but I'm not sure if I've done a rogue deck in arena in the videos yet. So I think I might go with this one, because I did a priest fairly recently. There's no way I'm going to do a warlock for the first time in the arena. It's just subjecting myself to too much despair. So we're going to go with the rogue here. I understand that it's considered OP. Maybe that's a better reason to take it. So let's walk through these decisions that we're going to be making with respect to these cards. I hate Alarmobot. Angry Chicken. Enrage +5 attack. That's really excellent, of course, but it only has 1 health, so we'd have to buff it up and then do damage to it to find a way to enrage it, which is unlikely. Young Priestess. At the end of your turn, give another random friendly minion +1 health. In terms of a 1-mana drop, I prefer Young Priestess over Angry Chicken. I don't really like Young Priestess. I hate Alarmobot, though, so we'll go with Young Priestess here. We have Sap, which I think is a great card in a rogue deck. A really good combo is like they play a good card that you don't want to be out there. You sap it, return it to their hand, force them to use the mana to play it again on the next turn, and then you just assassinate it and take it out of the deck, forcing them to basically waste 2 turns. So we have Dread Corsair. Taunt costs 1 less per attack of your weapon. So if we did use the Rogue's Hero Power, which I'm not sure if we can see it here, but it allows you to generate a 1/2 weapon, 1 attack, 2 durability, or add 1 attack to your weapon. We could potentially get this card out there for 2 mana. It's a taunt, which is nice. It's a 3/3 taunt, which is not as good as obviously like Ascension Shieldmaster or something at 3/5 for 4 mana, but it could potentially go out there a little cheaper. I'm probably not going to build like a pirate-themed deck, though. You know, I'm going to go with Voodoo Doctor here. As much as I talked about Dread Corsair, it's just a simpler draw. It looks like this could potentially be like a pirate-themed deck with the options I'm getting. I really like Shadow Step. Loot Hoarder is okay, but Shadow Step, return a friendly minion to your hand. It costs 2 less. This is really nice if you have a minion with a Battle Cry that you want to use as often as possible. So if we get a Silence or something like that, that would be amazing. So we have Loot Hoarder. Death Rattle is draw a card. 2 mana, 2/1 creature. It's kind of shitty. You want to compare that to something like a Bloodfen Raptor. It's a 2/3 creature, or sorry, 3/2 creature, which, is it 3/2? 3/2 or 2? I can't remember. Anyway, it's better. You don't get the Death Rattle, though. I like Ascension Shieldmaster. I think it's a good minion to have. It's nice to have a taunt. Vanish can be really useful as well as kind of a board clearing card. So if I get really far behind on board clearing, this Vanish card could be very important. But I will be looking to add some more taunts to my deck. So, lots of really good cards here. Acolyte of Pain, I think, is a good card. 3 mana. Whenever it takes damage, draw a card. This gives us at least 1 card draw. Obviously, you want to get more than that. We also have a 4 mana Divine Shield Silver Moon Guardian and 5 mana Nightblade, which does 3 damage to the enemy hero when it goes out. I don't have any card draw in the deck yet. I kind of like Acolyte of Pain. Silver Moon Guardian seems really useful as well, but because it doesn't have charge, it could potentially get killed before it even gets a chance to get any damage off, but it's going to be harder to kill. Let's go with Acolyte of Pain. I like it. Assassin's Blade, Abusive Sergeant, South Sea Deckhand. Another pirate card comes up. So I do sort of regret not taking the Captain card. South Sea Captain, was that what it was? Or Dreadnought Captain, I can't remember. Because with Assassin's Blade, it would actually cost 1 mana each to send those out, which is really valuable, but you have to get this card to make it work. I really like Abusive Sergeant, +2 attack per turn, or sorry, this turn to a friendly minion. That can be really useful for chipping away at the enemy hero or getting some board control. You buff a shitty minion, now it's doing 5 damage, it takes out Ascension Shieldmaster or something. Great trade. But I'm going to go with Assassin's Blade because 4 turns of 3 damage each can be really nice from a board control standpoint as well. Wisp is terrible. Leper Gnome is a card that I actually like a great deal, as long as it just gets out there. Even if it only hits the enemy once or takes care of 1 creature, it still does 2 damage. 1 mana for the amount of damage that this can provide is really good. Youthful Brewmaster is a good card as well. If we had some more cards that were maybe a little bit better on the active effects, I'd probably go with this, but Leper Gnome is something I'm going to go with here. We got another Vanish card. I'm okay with taking 2 Vanishes. Let's go with that. I didn't like the other cards we really got there. Oh, man, Spellbreaker's so good. Because here's what I was thinking. I was thinking we'll take Sap, and then we'll have 2 Sap cards in the deck, and that's cool. Oh, no, we didn't actually go with Sap before. What did we go with instead of Sap? Voodoo Doctor? Or Shadow Step? Or it might have been Vanish, actually, that we went with instead of Sap. Spellbreaker's really nice. I cannot really justify not having Spellbreaker in the deck, even though Sap is amazing. Okay. I like some of these cards, actually. Gadgetzin Auctioneer is really nice. Whenever you cast a spell, draw a card. Crazed Alchemist, swap the attack and health of a minion. 2 mana drop. It's really nice. And Stampeding Kodo, 3/5 for 5 mana is not fantastic, but it does randomly destroy a minion with 2 or less attack, which is nice. It's kind of like having a charge that you can only use to take out a shitty creature, but... I'm gonna go probably with Crazed Alchemist here. You can use this on yourself sometimes, or you can use it on an enemy and make the enemy easier to kill. Or make yourself do much more damage. So we have Archmage, spell power +1. Probably not going to get too much use out of that. I really like the 2/3 River Crocolisk. I think it's a good 2 mana drop. Some people might disagree with that. So we have Backstab, deal 2 damage to an enemy minion, or Ancient Brewmaster, return a friendly minion from the battlefield to your hand. It kind of works like a Shadow Step. Do we have good battle cries? Yes, we have a Silence. Swap the attack and health of a minion. Restore 2 health. Fan of Knives will give us some card draw. And Backstab is a really good card as well to just, get some board control. Possibly combine it with an attack from another minion to take out a more powerful minion. Yeah, let's go with Backstab. Also good for combo cards if we end up using those. Alright, so Novice Engineer, Tauren Warrior, and Wolf Rider. I don't really have a strong affinity for any of these. I kind of like Wolf Rider at 3 mana. You can do 3 damage to a minion or to the enemy. So, if this gets 1 hit off on the hero, it's worth it, in my opinion. I'm probably not going to be able to get enough value out of Tauren Warrior. He's got Taunt and Enrage, but he'll probably die the first time he gets attacked. Unless he goes out super early. So we'll go with Wolf Rider here. Playing Wolf Rider is almost like committing to play a spell that just does 3 damage, because it's going to die. So, Arcane Golem. I've never seen this one before. Oh yeah, I totally have. Charge. Battle Cries give your opponent a mana crystal. I hate that. Bloodsail Corsair is a 1/2 drop for 1 mana, which is really cheap. Remove 1 durability from your opponent's weapon. Situational. Even at 1 mana, a 1/2 card is pretty good. I mean, it's half as much mana as the card, the 2 mana drop that lets you draw a card. I forget what it's called now. Novice Engineer, I think. But Master of Disguise, give a friendly minion stealth. 4 mana, 4/4 drop. I kind of like this one the best out of all of them. So I'm going to take that. Alright, stealth, another Voodoo Doctor, or a Booty Bay Bodyguard. I think I've got to go Booty Bay Bodyguard because I don't have any taunts. And I like that card, actually, quite a lot. So we have War Golem, 7/7. Thrallmar Farseer, who's just going to be killed as soon as we put him out in all likelihood. Or Frostwolf Warlord. I kind of like War Golem, 7/7. It sucks that he doesn't have any buff or battle cry, but it's a pretty good minion in my opinion. I will also take a second Assassin's Blade. And we've got some more difficult decisions here. So we could get another Voodoo Doctor. We could get a Dark Iron Dwarf. Give a battle cry, or battle cries give a minion +2 attack. Or Razorfen Hunter summon a 1/1 boar. I kind of like Dark Iron Dwarf in this situation. We could buff up War Golem, +2 attack. Combined with, if we use this combined with the Crazed Alchemist, we could make some really good things happen. We could make a minion very survivable. I'm going to go with Dark Iron Dwarf here. I'm not super thrilled with this deck so far, but I do kind of like it. Scarlet Crusader's okay. I think I have flip-flop on this card. I used to think it was really good because of the Divine Shield. If it had charge, I would like it a lot. Because you could deal 3 damage to the hero, and then on the next turn, maybe sacrifice it. I kind of like Mad Bomber, in all honesty. It's situational, but I've gotten some good use out of it. Do we already have an Ancient Brewmaster? I chose not to go with Ancient Brewmaster. I'm going to go Mad Bomber. It's just fun. So we have Sunwalker, Taunt and Divine Shield. Master Swordsmith. I really like Master Swordsmith. Wild Pyromancer, I hate. But Master Swordsmith is really good if it lives. Sunwalker could be really useful as well. Taunt and Divine Shield for 6 mana. Compare this to Argent Commander. That is a 6 mana 4/5 with Charge and Divine Shield. Yeah, it's going to be tough to kill. I've never used Sunwalker before, so let's go with it. Okay, I'm not going to take a 3rd Assassin's Blade. I will take a 2nd River Crocolisk, though. Probably could have used the card draw from the Loot Hoarder as well. Okay, so let's look at our mana pool here and see what we want to get out there. I could use a 3 mana card. I could also use card draw from Novice Engineer. Jungle Panther, I kind of like. It's okay. It's basically 4 damage whenever you want it, so you play it, then sit on it, and probably use it to take out a higher health minion. You know, Stormpike Commando, he's okay too. I'm going to go with Novice Engineer, front load the deck a little bit, and get some card draw. Betrayal, an enemy minion deals its damage to the minions next to it. Yes, I could use some more spells. I like taking this. We've only got 7 cards left. I will take another Shadow Step. In this situation, I kind of like Ancient Brewmaster. Not so much for the Battle Cry, although that could be potentially useful, especially if we manage to make it work for a Spellbreaker. But, also any minion that has a Battle Cry, but also the attack and health is not great, but it'll do. So we'll go with that. I need some... Okay. Defiance Ringleader is like a guaranteed card that you have to take. It's eventually going to be nerfed, but I have to take it if only for the This Is Our Town Scrub, yeah, beat it combo. So we'll go with that. And we have 4 cards left to go. Fen Creeper is a card I like a lot. Frost Warlord varies, and Direwolf Alpha can be a really nice kind of buffer to throw out. I think I have Booty Bay Bodyguard as a taunt. Sunwalker is a taunt. I could use another taunt. I think Fen Creeper is an okay pickup here. I'm going to take Sap, which I have not taken yet. 2 cards left to choose. I honestly think another Shadow Step is not a bad idea, but a Raid Leader might be a better choice just to keep my deck going, but I don't know. Shadow Step, let's go with it. Let's make a funky deck. We got 1 card left. Perdition's Blade, Battle Cries deal 1 damage, combo deal 2 damage instead. Blade Flurry, destroy your weapon and deal its damage to all enemies. That's awesome. Or Arcane Golem. We're going to take Blade Flurry here. Wow, I have no idea how this deck is going to shake out. I hate the mana curve. Let's get started. Remember that part of the fun of these videos is meant to be seeing how god-awful my deck construction is compared to what you guys would make at home. So it's totally possible that this might be a terrible deck. It's been a little, well, not a little while. It's been a couple of days since I really played Hearthstone religiously. I've been playing other stuff, predominantly speedrunners, but hopefully my Hearthstone foo, as much of it as I ever had, comes back to me. There is a beta wipe coming soon, so I'm looking forward to playing some more Arena now before I have to unlock every creature again. So we got Kirsten Dunst versus Kirsten Dunst. I go first. Backstab is probably a decent card to keep in the situation. Everything else has got to go because we need to get some low mana cards. We have a ton of 2 mana cards. Alright, instead we're just going to get all of our 6 mana cards. That's awesome. So it's going to be a slow burn here. We get a Sap. Alright, say hello. PB&J, great name. I find that in Hearthstone, my odds of winning... It's a good card. This is a smart lady over here. But my chance of winning is directly, oh my god, related to whether or not the other person's name sounds like it came from Lord of the Rings. So I am just going to use my hero power and destroy this enemy minion. That's going to basically cost me 4 damage. That's why I like Leper Gnome so much. But we're kind of stuck in our current situation. I'm not happy with this. The good news is we do have a Sap and a Backstab. So if we have to use them, we can. Our weapon's going to be destroyed here, which is a shame because otherwise it would have been totally possible for me to kill Acidic Swamp Ooze. Okay. I think we use Backstab here rather than just take 3 damage on the chin next time. And I don't want to use Sap because if I use Sap, cost me 2 mana, I lose the card, and he plays it next turn, and I lose my weapon again. And then I'll just hero power up and attack him once, and maybe I can use this for some board control in the next turn. So... I do have Master of Disguise. That is my 4 mana card. I do not want to play it, though, because if I play it, then it's wasting the Battle Cry. And a 4/4 drop at 4 mana is not that great. Is there... Oh, my God. This draw has been so bad. Demolisher's a nice card. I don't envy myself for having to go up against it, I guess. I could sap it and force him to play it next turn, which he could do easily and then still do something else. I'd rather save Sap for later. The good news is if I lose board control completely, I should still be able to equalize with this Vanish card. Return all minions to enemy hands. And I could use that after I use some kind of Battle Cry. No, I can't because... I don't know. I'm behind the 8 ball right now, but it's not necessarily over yet. So that Demolisher is now very, very strong. And then at the end of its turn, it's going to do even more damage. Give your minions stealth until the next turn. It's not like I could have attacked them anyway, but still, that is frustrating. So I don't necessarily want to throw a Booty Bay Bodyguard out there right now. This is an effed up situation. I'm going to take a ton of damage on the next turn. But I need to vanish, basically. I can't use Betrayal because these guys can't be targeted. An enemy minion deals its damage to the minions next to it. I would love to be able to do that and just destroy the Demolisher with the Dark Iron Dwarf. Will that work?
I can't play.
Right, okay. That's what I thought. Is there any point in putting Master of Disguise out there? Honestly, I don't think so. I'm kind of without options. I could send out Booty Bay Bodyguard. It'll just be killed. So I'm just going to directly attack him. Ooh, this is not good. This is what you get. 12 minutes of deck construction followed by like a 4-minute loss. But I have some cards in my hand that I can use next turn. It only took until I'm probably going to get down to like 10 health. I just... For having so many 2-mana cards in my deck... That's what I was concerned about, honestly. Is like, I'm really overloaded on 2-mana cards. It turns out we just didn't get any, which is a real fucking problem. So he played Defias Ringleader. He's going to have, obviously, a ton of minions on the board. We're going to use Vanish and get them to all get out of here. They're going to go back into his hand, which is bad. Shadow Step costs 0. Is there any way I could get value out of that? No? Short answer, no. Okay, so I think we Vanish. And then we force him to, at the very least, next turn he's got to play something, right? He's got a ton of cards, obviously, but at least we've cleared off the board, and now we can start, hopefully, working our way back into it. I think we have to play, like, Sunwalker or Booty Bay Bodyguard. Booty Bay Bodyguard plus a 2-mana card is probably the best way to do it. So he's going to play that, and then we'll see what he plays on top of it. Defias Ringleader. So that's annoying, but that's how you play that card. You got to make sure you combo into it. Oh, he just had another Defias Bandit card in his hand because I sent it back. So obviously that's frustrating. I would really love the card that is like, it's Blade Flurry. Do your weapons damage to all enemies. If we can get that combined with the Assassin's Blade, that would be awesome. So I think here we play Betrayal. An enemy minion deals its damage to the minions next to it. But where? That's a good question. It's not that great, actually. What if we played Sap and then Betrayal? If we sap this guy and then... Okay, I like this. We're going to sap the Demolisher, because it's annoying. And then we'll play Betrayal on Defias Ringleader. So that'll kill both of the bandits beside him. Alright, that's easier to deal with. Now with only 3 mana left, we can send out like a River Crocolisk. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. And we have a slight semblance of board control coming back, but this is going to be a very hard game to come back from at this point. I kind of got snowballed out of control. Next spell you cost this turn costs 2 mana less. I wonder what this is going to be. Assassinate. Okay. Using that on River Crocolisk I think is actually pretty smart, because he's going to get me to the point where he can just kill me really, really quickly here. There's no reason to use Shadow Step. It doesn't make any sense. So I think we use Taunt Divine Shield. Seems like the right way to handle this. And then we just weapon up and do some damage to him like that. There's no real reason to use Shadow Step. But on the next turn, if this Divine Shield gets lost, but the minion doesn't get killed, then I can just Shadow Step it back, put it back out again. But we're playing with fire right now. I need to get something that really allows me to kind of snowball out of control. I mean, I could die in like 4 turns just to her hero powering, so that Demolisher is obviously pretty scary as well. The fact that hero power is used here, I'm probably going to be killed, but my guess is that he will... Oh, maybe he has another Assassinate card? That can't be. Gnomish Inventor. Okay, is he going to sacrifice Defias Ringleader and Dark Iron Dwarf to kill my creature? Probably a very smart play, in all honesty. And we got another River Crocolisk. Just not quite good enough, in all honesty. Okay. And we continue to kind of be running out of options here. Booty Bay Bodyguard. Now, because I think this is going to come up in the comments, I think it's worth noting that if we gave Booty Bay Bodyguard stealth, this is not just like an instant win. When a stealth creature has taunt, the taunt doesn't apply until they come out of stealth. So if I actually stealth this creature, I could still be attacked directly. So I'm basically playing this to basically just be like, Booty Bay Bodyguard, this turn, you have to save me from instant death. So we're gonna, you know, damage up just a little bit and be able to do at least some damage to make this look like a more respectable loss. Very disappointing that Demolisher did end up hitting Booty Bay Bodyguard. The reason that's a problem is because now Gnomish Inventor can kill my taunt in a single attack, and then if he hero powers, he could kill River Crocolisk and then have 9 mana and 5 cards to just probably do away with me. If he chooses not to kill Booty Bay Bodyguard, he is crazy. Oh, so he's just going to attack me directly. And then he'll use his other 2 cards to kill River Crocolisk. That might be a better play. Who knows? Those cards lived as well. And he's got a Loot Hoarder and what else? Venture Co. Mercenary. So that's a good order to play those in. No question. What do we get? Young Priestess. That is going to do it. So we are dead. There's not a whole lot we can do here. We might as well drop a well played. You know, put a War Golem out there. Friendly Priestess. Might as well, I don't know, kill the... Why don't we do damage to the hero directly? Do we... It only heals a minion, okay. Well, at least, you know, Demolisher hit the person that I would have wanted it to hit, but with 1 Venture Company Mercenary attack, I am going to be 0-1 here. Disappointing, but I think we all kind of saw the writing on the wall. Oh, that's a really good big game hunter. But I think we all kind of saw the writing on the wall with how this was going to go after I got some pretty shitty card draws right off the bat. Maybe made some mistakes and found myself way too far behind to actually come back to win. So, we're going to do one more here. And that's a disappointing loss. I'm going to chalk that one up to either bad luck or terrible deck construction, as opposed to necessarily terrible play. The only reason I'm saying I didn't play terribly is because I didn't really have a chance to play that terribly, given the cards that I ended up drawing. So we'll do another run over the course of this video. Usually like to do deck construction and then 2 actual games. And hopefully this one will work out a little bit better for us. I believe in the power of the deck. I just think, you know, the back half was maybe more laden with 2 mana cards. I would have preferred the first half to be better off there. And we're going to play against another Rogue. Rogues are probably the most ubiquitous class in... Alright, going second is better too. In arena mode. So we got Sap, Spellbreaker, Shadow Step, Vanish. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of Spellbreaker as much as I hate to. And I would almost want to redraw Sap as well, but let's hope that this gives us... Oh my god, I can't even do anything to start with. Did I really make my deck so overladen with spells that I can't get... I have like... I have 2 River Crocolisks, a Leper Gnome. I thought that I was in a better position. I was actually worried that I had too few spells. But we'll see. But we got another Assassin's Blade, so we'll just end our turn here. We need to draw a 2 or 3 mana minion on the next turn if he plays anything. We'll see what he plays anyway. He or she, I have no idea. I just use he. It's kind of like the global pronoun, I should say. Okay, we have to kill it. There's no way around it. If we let Pint-Sized Summoner stay out there, we got some real problems. So we're going to sap it, and at the very least, that's going to slow him down. And hopefully we'll find a way to kill it on the next turn, because on this turn, we have not. Now, what I love to do is, apologies for that twinkle sound that's going to stay there. But I love to do a sap and then like a kill so that I force him to waste the mana. That's not going to happen on this turn unless I get exceptionally lucky. So even with 4 mana, I hate to do this because it's wasting the battle cry, but I think I have to send out Ancient Brewmaster in the hopes that it can actually destroy Pint-Sized Summoner next turn. But then I'll have 4 mana. Well, what else can I do this turn? I could Hero Power up. And then on the next turn, get Assassin's Blade out there, which is effectively the same. Okay. So we'll just use Hero Power, and we'll do this. It's unfortunate he's going to be able to get a very good minion out on, like, this first turn. But we will Assassin's Blade, and we have to destroy Pint-Sized Summoner. If that stays out there for more than, like, 3 turns, we lose. It's going to be very difficult for us to come back from that. A Vanish could save us. I forget if I put Assassinate in the deck. Saps could help us. But we'd find ourselves in some problems. Where is my Defias Ringleader? Where are my River Crocolisks? Leper Gnome, Voodoo Doctor, any kind of creature that I can send out there, please. Alright, so there's a Divine Shield, a cheap Divine Shield, no less, and a Amani Berserker, but he's only going to be able to attack with Pint-Sized Summoner this turn. That's good news. So there's no taunts. We use the coin, and summon Assassin's Blade. Like so. Kind of wastes one of the durability on our other weapon, but that's fine. It had to happen. Then we kill Pint-Sized Summoner, and we end our turn because we can't use Shadow Step. That's our only 0-mana card. Next turn, Fen Creeper. We destroy the Amani Berserker before it can ball out of control, and it will force the Divine Shield creature to attack us, and then we can kill it with our own Assassin's Blade on the next turn. Using Spiteful Smith without using the hero power first is a little unusual, but, you know, who am I to say that that's a bad decision? Oh, that's only when he's enraged. Sorry, never mind. I'm an idiot. So, Fen Creeper, I think. And then we just destroy Amani Berserker. Obviously, we're going to take damage in the interim period here. We're going to lose Fen Creeper as well. Probably. Yeah. That'll end the turn. It's going to be a slow burn for us, again, like the last game. Crazed Alchemist. We could use to good effect here at some point. Give a minion +2 attack. Alright, so he's just going to be able to destroy Fen Creeper, and then the weapon's going to be very strong. Man, I am getting my shit rocked in this episode already. Young Priestess does nothing for us. I could be killed easily on the next turn. Even if I attack, even if I kill Spiteful Smith. In fact, I'm not even sure there's any way for me to get out of this one. I'm just thinking. So I could use Crazed Alchemist, give Spiteful Smith 3 attack instead of 6. What do I kill then, though? Yeah, honestly, I kind of think I've lost already. And that was like a 3-minute loss. How am I even going to come back from this? I could destroy Dark Iron Dwarf this turn. Then I'll have 10 health left, and he can kill me. I could destroy Crazed or Spiteful Smith this turn. I'll have 7 health left. He can kill me. I don't really have anything that I can Shadow Step. There's no reason to. I think I lose. Well played. I mean, what can I do? Ancient Brewmaster, I guess, and hope that he attacks that. Crazed Alchemist and swap this guy's health. And then just don't attack?
I don't have enough mana.
Does this even save me? 3, 4, 3, 3, 4, 1. No taunts on the board. He could probably kill me this turn. That might have been the only way to prevent myself 100% from dying. But I'm pretty sure my days are numbered nonetheless here. I think I may have constructed, accidentally, the worst rogue deck of all time. But maybe it's just a bad deck against rogues, especially ones who are able to get a ton of creatures out right off the bat. I didn't have that many options. I think I may have actually just fucked myself in deck construction here. Alright, that is it. I'm dead then. Well played to Crota. That is a terrible position for me to be in at the end of 2 arena matches. Going 0-2 is not how I envision starting this. But in any case, we are going to stop the episode here. I apologize for my terrible play. You know, one of these things is not like the other. Last one, we went 6-2. Sorry, 6-3, obviously. This one, we may indeed bow out at 0-3. I just want to point out, though, Leper Gnome, not showed up. Voodoo Doctor, not showed up. Blade Flurry, not showed up at all. Defias Ringleader, not showed up. Mad Bomber, Novice Engineer, not showed up. Acolyte of Pain, Wolf Rider. Like, all of these spells, or sorry, not spells, minions that I have, like, front-loaded my deck with, just not shown up. And this is, you can tell by the mana curve, I built this as, like, an early-game deck. If I don't get any of these cards, I can't do anything. I'm offering possibly some impotent excuses right here. But in any case, if you enjoyed the video, in spite of my terrible player deck construction, or luck, I don't know, could be any of them, I'm sure you guys will let me know. Feel free to click the like button. It does help me a lot when it comes to proliferating my series throughout YouTube. As always, leave a comment if you want to tell me something that you liked it or not like about the video. And make sure to subscribe if you want to see more daily Hearthstone videos. You can click the button under this video frame or conveniently placed in the video description below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll try to redeem myself. Maybe I'll go 9-2. You never know. Probably not, though. But anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with some more daily Hearthstone. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for your support, and I will see you next time.